Hey there, Vanette here, and yes, I look a wreck, but I've been wanting to get these videos done for quite some time, and why not just go with it? So just bear with me, okay? So first I wanted to do a few videos about questions that I get asked, and also about questions that not everybody asks, which tells me that maybe everybody wants to know, but not everybody wants to ask Vanette. So first topic we're going to cover is a typical journey through the first few months on a GLP-1. And this is so important for you all to know. So first of all, and let's also say, I am not a medical professional. No. But I have had 2 years of experience on GLP-1s. And just as a reminder, for the first year and a half, I was on semaglutide. Started with brand name, had to pay out of pocket. Did that for 4 months. Ugh. And then found a compounding pharmacy where I could get it about 50% cheaper. And then when XMD started, was able to switch to XMD, switch to tirzepatide. Goodness, I don't even have makeup on. Tirzepatide, and save 70 to 75%. And I've lost just as much in 6 months as I'd lost in a year and a half on the semaglutide. That's not to say semaglutide doesn't work. No. What I want you to know is everybody's different. Everybody's different, and every generation of this medication works differently for different people. So that's just my experience. But what I'm going to share on a typical couple of months, what typically happens is really important for you to know. So when you start taking the medication, you may be nervous, you may be excited, it really doesn't matter, but you start taking it, and at some point you start noticing that food noise quiets, right? And you've never had that feeling before. This is great, all the excitement. And so naturally, over that first month in particular, when you're on your starter dose, naturally you're in a calorie deficit because you're not quite as hungry. You're excited thinking, oh, this is how it's supposed to go. You should be losing a little bit of weight. Some people may lose 2 or 3 pounds in the first month. Some people may lose 10 to 12 pounds in the first month. There are so many factors on why you lose that you simply cannot compare. You just need to stay the course. No matter what happens, though, in that first month, you've lowered your intake. In many cases, you may only be getting 800 calories a day, folks. Yeah, that's how much it lowers. If you were to actually track it, you may not be eating very much at all. So naturally, you're losing weight. Okay, then we come up on the next month, or at whatever month it is when your doctor says, all right, it's time to titrate up in dose. So you titrate up in dose, and then you're like, I just don't feel like I'm losing as quickly. I feel like I need to go back to that beginner dose in order to keep losing like I was. Makes logical sense, right? But it's not what happens. What happens is your body has now adapted. And yes, that is a fly. I live on a farm. Goodness gracious. Your body has adapted. And when it adapts and realizes, oh, she's not going to feed me more. She used to always feed me more if I started doing this. She'd like give up on her diets and start feeding me more. Now it realizes, no, she's not going to feed me more. So your body's adapted and it's holding on to everything it can. It's known as preservation mode, starvation mode, but the big thing to remember is adaptation. Your body has adapted. That's when it's time to start eating. And it may seem illogical to you or counterintuitive. That's the word I wanted, counterintuitive. But our metabolism only works when we are eating. So it's not about saying, oh, I need to go back in dose, or gosh, this one's not working, I better go up in dose right away. No, it's about what's in your hands to do. You've got to start eating. Eating. And the next video I'm going to do, because I want to keep these short, is about what you should be eating. Okay? All right. So you have to eat to lose. Repeat after me. Put your hand up. I, state your name, Vanette, have to eat to lose. Have to eat to lose. Now, one more thing I want to put in here is about the sweet spot. So as you go through this journey, I want you looking for your sweet spot. And your sweet spot is the point at which the dosage you're on still allows you to have a touch of hunger cues. We don't want to get to such high of a dose that you have zero hunger noise, zero food noise. We want a little bit of food noise because you have to be able to eat. Because why? Because you have to eat to lose. You have to eat to get your metabolism up to lose. If you stay at that ridiculous lower than 1,000 calories a day, you are wrecking your metabolism. And what we're doing here isn't all about weight. It is about metabolic health. Improving our metabolic health so you and I can be here for a very long time and feel really good while we're on this earth. Okay? All right. Stay tuned for the next one. We're going to talk about what you should be eating and maybe some parameters around that too. Okay.